Okay, I think we are good to go now. And you people can hear me. Just give me a second here. So, good morning, Shudeshna, Mamta, Jivayan, Rishi, and everyone. And let me refresh the thing. See, again, because, you know. Yep. I can hear myself. So, let's start the discussion. Today we'll be doing Hindu analysis 21st August 2025. Most of you already know me, and yeah, most of you already know me. For those people who don't know me, my name is Shubham Sagar, but I would prefer myself to be called as. Again, first of all, Shudeshna, Mamta, Jivayan, Rishi. Am I audible to all of you? Can you people hear me? Chipandis fast. So yes, my name is Shubham Sagar. I have worked as a UPSC History and Current Affairs faculty at Study IQ IAS and Sleepy classes, Narayana IAS, and like among others. So I will not waste any time. You will understand who I am once you start, taking classes from me or you attending these live sessions from me. Okay, cool. So let's start Hindu analysis 21st August 2025. I'll be sharing this particular PDF in this Telegram channel. So Sudeshna is saying I'm audible. Good morning, Anandu. And in this Telegram channel, Fun Study with Shubh. In the meantime, also subscribe to this channel of mine, that is IS the Ultimate Dream. And you can do the subsequent things later on. Cool. So let's start with the first article of the day. There are 5 articles, like there are many articles, but we generally pick 5 best articles, most important articles, and not like for the sake of it. Important from exam perspective. Cool. Crystal clear, Mamta is also saying. So first article, as you can see in front of you, bills to oust arrested PM CMs trigger house chaos. See, when you're reading, from exam perspective, from UPSC perspective, you have to also think this particular article is important from like exam perspective. How? So in GS paper 2, again let me see. In GS, oh my god, my handwriting is awesome. So GS mains paper 2, you have something known as, this is actually horrendous, something known as transparency, accountability. So from that perspective, this article is important. And if you see this article, these bills actually looks cool, right? There are bills, and there is something also known as criminalization of politics, politicization of criminals. So in that regard, this article is awesome. Like these bills are awesome, rather. But why are then people and opposition they are protesting? So they feel like if these bills they have been sent to a joint committee. We also have to understand what is the basic difference between joint committee and standing committee. So there are again keywords here which are important from exam perspective. So many people feel if these bills they are passed, India will become a police state. Many people feel we are already a police state. Many people feel that again this is easier said than done. Amit Shah sir, he was also in jail for some period. Many people raised that particular issue also. Like, you were also in jail. Then there were certain counterpoints given by Amit Shah sir. From, like, see, this is not a chit chat box. Like, we are not here to do gossiping of Amit Shah sir or other people. The thing which is important here is, like, why are people protesting? Again, the protest is about how this will give too much power to government and they can use this power in not so good ways. So again, let's have a look at this article. So government introduced 3 new bills in Lok Sabha, and again, if you go back, just give me a second. See again, this is also, so see here, 3 new bills in Lok Sabha has been introduced. Aim is to allow removal of elected representatives arrested on serious criminal charges. Pay attention to the word here, serious criminal charges, claiming it will bring political morality. So again, that was the question. GS mains paper 2, transparency, accountability, and how correct it is. Like, and how much power we are giving to the government. Is it too much power with government, or do you think government is doing correct? Again, it also depends upon you people's view. What do you think about it? Do you think this is a good move by government, like where, what is your view, Mamta, Shudeshna, Anandu, Rishi, Jivayan, and other people? What do you think about it? Do you think these bills are awesome, or do you think it is giving too much power to government? So you can see that chat which is going on here. Heated exchanges occurred between opposition, ruling parties. Amit Shah said, so there are leaders. We don't have to go into the political intricacies of this article, but Venugopal sir is saying that Amit Shah sir was also arrested. I will also give you one name, and maybe I will be killed for that. So there was one Gujarat minister, Haren Pandya. So there was one case related to Haren Pandya. You can Google it out, you will understand. Very big political party, means political leaders were involved with that Haren Pandya case. So there are issues. The people who are introducing these bills, they are also not saints. And that is what is being means said here or stated here. Cool. But again, Amit Shah sir is saying that when he was arrested, he took responsibility, he resigned. So that is not the same. Many Congress leaders, etc., they did not do the same. Again, let's not go into the political intricacies. Let's move forward and let's try to see the other elements involved here from exam perspective. Cool. And in the meantime, keep good morning, Rishi. So again, protest by opposition. You can see here, Trinamool Congress MP, he tore copies. So many things are happening. And again, what these people are saying from exam perspective, what is important here? What are the pros and cons? So pro is it will, in a way, curb criminalization of politics, politicization of criminals. Then what are the cons? As you can see here, too much power to center. Anyway, there are so many allegations against government that government is taking or government is having too much power, and many people feel like if we pass these bills, again government will have too much unbridled powers. So that is one point which is which has been pushed here. Rahul Gandhi, etc., they are saying that we will be going back to medieval times where king will have too much power. Cool. So again, let's move on. And there is another point which is very important, which is very fascinating, and I have made multiple videos on it earlier also, related to use of ED, Enforcement Directorate, how it has been used or so-called misused by government. Then there are cases related to conviction rate also, how there is a public opinion which is created when certain people are put under the ambit of ED, but very few people, they're actually getting convicted. So there are different arguments which are given here, and many people feel like why are these bills ED could be misused more. Again, we can always debate about that. From exam perspective, these are the points which are important. As you can see here, joint committee of parliament, standing committee, they are important. So now many people feel like we did not have enough debate on this particular bill, even though and even then these bills have been referred to joint committee. Now joint committee are ad hoc committees. Please remember these words, they are actually important. Ad hoc committee means they are created or they are like on a temporary basis. So this is their purpose. They will be looking into these bills. Once they have given their verdict on this bill or they have passed certain amount of opinions on these bills, they will go away. Unlike standing committees, and pay attention, UPSC has asked a lot of questions on this. Standing committees. So in standing committees, what happened? Like you have estimates committee, you have public accounts committee. Those committees, they are there for they are permanent. They are not ad hoc like this joint committee. Cool. So again, strong criticism. You can see here, Oveshi is saying that again. Ashabuddin Oveshi, if I'm not wrong, India would become a police state. Tiwari, different political leaders, they are having their own opinion. What is your opinion? If you people have any such opinion or your own, Rishi, Mamta, Sudeshna, Anandu, and who else? Jivayan. So you can post it in the comment section. Do you support this bill, or you feel like this bill is, again, as we have stated earlier, giving too much power to government? So whatever is your view, feel free to share it. Cool, just give me a second. So yes, so this is the basic criteria. Let's have a look at the basic difference between joint committee and standing committee. Now this is the thing which is important from exam perspective. Just give me a second. Okay. Also tell me one thing, when I will share this PDF today, do you want me to share this PDF with pointers or without pointers? Let's say I'm writing something in my doctor-like handwriting here. So what do you people want me to do? Do you people want me to, share this PDF with pointers, without pointers? And don't feel like, sir, you will feel bad or this and that. No, I won't feel bad. So you can see here, joint committee, standing committee. Joint committee, this bill has been referred to, or these three bills have been referred to joint committee. This is temporary. Standing committee, permanent. Estimates committee, UPSC has already asked questions on estimates committee, 30 members, all from Lok Sabha. Then you have public accounts committee, committee on public undertakings. So all these are standing committee. The current committee which we are talking about, which talks about or which deals with specific bills or issues, these are joint committees. So keep it in mind. We'll solve some questions now. Okay. Oh my God. I'm just trying to understand how these whole thing works. Okay, just give me a second. So in the meantime, yes, with pointers, with annotation, with pointers. Okay, sir, got the point. Just give me a second. So let's solve first MCQ of the day. MCQ in front of you, consider the following statement regarding a joint parliamentary committee. It is an ad hoc committee created for a specific purpose. Its members are drawn only from Lok Sabha. It ceases to exist once it submits its report. What do you think is the answer? Chapandis fast. Take a guess. Mamta has taken a guess. Sudeshna has taken a guess. Anandu has taken a guess. So yes, first of all, it is an ad hoc committee as we have just discussed. It's there for a temporary purpose. Its members are drawn from both the houses. If you go back and if you have a look at this, we'll talk about this Jayasankar article early, means later on. You see this joint committee of parliament, it has 21 members. So the committee takes members from both house until unless you have estimate committee, which is anyway not a joint committee, that is a standing committee. So it take members from both the houses, not only confined to Lok Sabha or one particular house, right? Okay, so second statement is wrong. If second is wrong, you are left with first and, oh, just give me a second, bro. I'm so sorry for this. Yesterday I was learning Canva, and so if you see this, so second statement is gone. Second is gone. So C and D is gone. You are left with A and B option. It ceases to exist once it submits a report. So the answer is B, 1 and 3 only, as stated by Mamta. Sudeshna also tried it. Anandu, cool. From Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha too. Awesome. So let's move on to another article. So now, next article of the day, India-Russia trade relationship. Again, here there will be certain keywords which are important from exam perspective. And what are those keywords? First of all, FTA, CESA, SEPA. And we have talked about FTA, CESA and SEPA. What is the basic meaning of FTA, CESA and SEPA? Oh my God. So yes, which one is the most powerful of them all? If I ask you right now, sir, no rain there, no rain there. Everything is awesome here. So yes, sir. FTA, CESA, and SEPA. There are three words which we have to understand here. Then there is one particular committee which is important from exam perspective, which we have to talk about in this particular article. So FTA, CESA, and SEPA. So there is a particular forum in around Russia and Central Asian region where they have created a one particular union, which is like a copy paste of European Union, but not that powerful, not that famous. And there India is talking about having an FTA with that particular commission, which also includes means Russia. Obviously, we are talking about Russia here. So now that particular union, how many countries they have, where is their headquarter, all these things are important. Apart from FTA, SEPA and CESA. Good morning, Ranjit. Good morning, here. Cool. So see here, as Jayasankar sir, he is going to Russia. He's having talks there because Donald Trump, the tariff man, he has imposed some tariff because we are buying crude oil or hydrocarbons from Russia. Now there is one very interesting thing which you will see in the subsequent slide, that we are importing a lot of hydrocarbons from Russia. Hydrocarbon is just a fancy word. Like crude oil is a major component of that hydrocarbon. Why? Because after Russia, got involved in Russia-Ukraine war, so many sanctions were imposed on Russia, because of which Russian crude oil became very cheap for us. And that's why we are buying a lot of Russian crude oil, which Trump is not liking, and that's why he has imposed so many, tariffs on us. So that is the basic premise here. And again, they are talking about all these issues. Okay. Just give me a second. People, if you, know about how to use this things. Okay. So you see these things. Here there are FTA talk which is going on with Eurasian Economic Union Free Trade Agreement. So this is a union of 5 countries. You have Belarus, you have Armenia, you have Russia, you have 2 Central Asian countries. We'll have a look at this. Their one headquarter is in Moscow, other is in Minsk, Belarus. And this Eurasian Economic Union Free Trade Agreement talks are going on. Eurasian Economic Union we are talking about. Eurasian. Now there is one homework for you people which you people have to do, and that homework is about, find out the Central Asian countries. We had a discussion on this. So there are 5 Central Asian countries. Iran is not a part of Central Asia. So 5 Central Asian countries, and these countries are like stans, Kyrgyzstan and all. So 5 Central Asian countries, locate them, find out their capital, arrange them from north to south and east to west. Those things are important. Cool. So have a look at this. FTA, CESA and SEPA we were talking about. So this is FTA. We were also talking about CESA and SEPA. So FTA, Free Trade Agreement, is the first stage of trade negotiation where they're talking about, removal of tariff, non-tariff barriers mainly on goods. And we had this discussion earlier also when I was doing Hindu analysis on study IQ IS English. So FTA mainly deals with goods. Then when you have CESA, it deals with goods as well as services, Just give me a second, man. Oh god, this is actually so awesome. Goods and services. And then SEPA goes beyond goods and services. It includes investment, intellectual property rights, all these things. So if you have to arrange them in ascending order, so you will start from FTA, then CESA, and then SEPA. So remember this is actually important. Cool. So we are having these talks related to FTA, Eurasian Economic Union. Cool. And you can see here, India-Russia trade growth, it has rose significantly from $13 billion to $68 billion. And majority of this trade is in hydrocarbons. And now you know what this hydrocarbon is all about. This is about crude oil. Crude oil is one of the most important hydrocarbons. And now you also know why we are importing crude oil from Russia, because that is cheap after sanctions imposed on Russia. So all these things you have to keep it in mind. So now if we go back, so free trade agreement, this is the thing which we were talking about. What are the basic difference between FTA, CESA and SEPA, and how SEPA is the biggest of them all. FTA mainly deals with goods, mainly. We are not saying it does not deal with services at all. You can see here, mostly goods. CESA, goods and services, some investment, but then SEPA is more like encompassing, and we have talked about this earlier, and we will keep on talking about it because these FTA, CESA, SEPA, they will keep on coming again and again. And these are the keywords which you have to focus. Like even in the previous bills which we were talking about, 3 bills introduced in, and people having discussion, Amit Shah saying this and that. That is not important. The thing which is actually important is, joint committee, standing committee, difference between them, and how these bills, they will, what are the pros and cons associated with it. GS means paper 2, transparency, accountability. Similarly here, hope you understood what are the things which are important. FTA, CESA and SEPA. Just give me a second now. I'm understanding all these things. And this is actually also cool. Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. This is the biggest of them all. FTA, CESA and SEPA. Also in these slides you're seeing India is having FTA, CESA and SEPA with which countries, and keep a tab on these countries. They're also very important. They can give you this, if UPSC has to make a tough question, they can give you that we have a CESA with Japan. No, we have a SEPA, the biggest of them all. We have a SEPA with UAE. That also in a way shows that we have a very good relationship with these countries when you talk about mostly from economic point of view, Cool. And you people, sir, use right side arrow to switch slide. Okay, I will understand all these things slowly, gradually, Ranjit. So Eurasian Economic Union we were talking about, economic bloc held by Russia. These are the 5 countries. Keep it in mind. And Russia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, as you can see here. Out of these 5 countries, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, they are Central Asian countries. There are 5 Central Asian countries and you have to find them all. Cool. Now here, even if you go back to the previous slide, there is something which you have to add on here. When you talk about the headquarters of Eurasian Economic Union, so there are 2 headquarters generally. One is Moscow and the second one is in Minsk, Belarus. Belarus was also there in Friends. There was a boyfriend of Phoebe. He had to go to Minsk, Belarus, and that's why they broke up. Okay, let's focus. Bros, how are you people? Did you people miss me? I missed you people. So Ranjit, Anandu, Shudeshna, Mamta and other people. And the people will be watching it later on also. First of all, solve this question, MCQ2, and do tell me whether you people missed me or not. Thank you, Sudeshna. Me too. So now, what is the answer of this question? Anandu has given the answer. Sudeshna has given the answer. So you have to arrange them from narrowest to broadest. SEPA, FTA, and SESA. Mamta has also given the answer. So as we have just seen, that FTA is the initial one, then you go to SESA, and then you go to SEPA. There is also a keyword here. There is also a cheat code here which you can use. What cheat code? So FTA is fine. We know this is the first. People generally get confused between SEPA and SESA. See here, SESA and SEPA. So if you see them, you will see C comes before P. That way also you can, delineate stuff that SESA will come before SEPA. That will help you, when it comes to option elimination. No issues, Rishi, yaar. No issues at all. Ranjit was telling me certain stuff. I will know it later on. So yes, the answer is D. And I will share the ones with pointers. Now let's solve MCQ 3. Consider the following statement about Eurasian Economic Union. Today I got clear about SEPA, FTA, SESA, the difference clearly. Very good, Mom. Mamta is such a good girl. So consider the following statement. It consists of EAEU, consists of Russia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Armenia, Kyrgyzstan. Headquarters located in Astana. India has currently negotiated a free trade agreement. Thank you, Mamta. Gandhi baat. Gandhi baat. Cool. So Eurasian Economic Union, if you're talking about it, yes, it consists of Russia, Belarus, Kazakhstan, and this. Its headquarter, who has answered it? Anandu, Mamta, good morning, Trickstar. So they have answered it. Headquarter, as we have discussed, they have two headquarters, Eurasian Economic Union. One is in Russia, other is in Minsk, Belarus. So second is wrong. If you eliminate second, you're getting the answer. That is C, 1 and 3. Very good, Sudeshna, Rishi, Mamta, and Anandu. So again, if you people are loving it, and now see, sometimes what happens, I will tell you certain stuff. We people talk a lot, and I love to talk a lot. Generally I'm an introvert in personal life, but I love to talk like this. So there is a eureka moment in life when sometimes you don't know what you want to do in life. So I have taught, I had history optional, I love to teach history, I used to take current affairs videos. But when I started taking Hindu, even though current affair videos on Study IQ, there are many videos which got above lakh views and all, but the amount of satisfaction which I got after teaching Hindu is unparalleled. So now I have got my eureka thing that mentorship and all these things will continue, but my thing which I want to do till the end of my life is Hindu analysis. I love to do this. It gives me so much happiness. Rest everything is secondary. So till the time I am alive, I will keep on doing Hindu analysis, and I will keep, like, the best thing is to do it in your own channel, because then you have so much freedom. It's not like I did not have freedom earlier, but yes, this is so much awesome. I have now found out, like, my eureka thing, what I actually want to do in life. I want to do this thing all through my life. Let's continue. So again, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe, spread it far and wide. Very good, Sudeshna. Also, again, see, understand one thing. I have decided to go on my own. I'm not joining any institution right now. I want to develop my channel. I want to give myself 1 year time. I've started this channel long time back, but I did not work on it, because I was involved in some organization or the other. So I want to give it 1 year. And again, if you feel like I'm contributing anything to your knowledge base, you can donate whatever you want to donate. You can donate to 9650303257. You can also join my mentorship program, and you can send me a WhatsApp message on the same number. In the meantime, like, share, and subscribe. Let's go to the next article of the day. Thank you, Mamta. Thank you, Trickster. So page 6 editorial. This is an article. Now this editorial, we have to be very very mindful of this editorial. You know why? Because this editorial has been written by one of the person, Randeep Singh Surjewala sir. He's actually like he's a member of Congress. We have nothing against him. But what we are trying to say is this particular editorial may have political connotation attached to it. So when we are having a look at this particular editorial, we have to keep in mind that political thing, connotation thing. So we will talk about the gist of this article, what he's trying to say, election commission, but we have to read it from exam perspective, like from exam perspective, what are the things which are important? I'm not UPSC aspirant, but I love watching this analysis, corporate employee. Thank you, Trickster. Yeah. So Election Commission of India, Article 324. Then you have Chief Election Commission. Then you have two other election commissioners. Chief Election Commissioner, he can be removed in the same manner as Judge of Supreme Court, right? But two other ECs, they can be removed by president on the recommendation of CECs. So that was also one argument earlier, that these two election commissioners, apart from chief election commissioner, they have lesser power, and that is not good. So again, there was a time when they did not even have their own independent secretariat, Election Commission of India. And Election Commission, it's a constitutional body. Constitutional body explicitly mentioned in your GS mains paper 2 syllabus. So here there again, this is a very big issue. We all know about it, the things are going on. Rahul Gandhi sir, he talked about certain things. In Bihar, there are so many people who lost their right to vote and all those things. So we know what this article is all about, where this is going. But from exam perspective, remember the constitutional provision 324, how CEC and two ECs, they are different. Who means appoint them, president appoints them. CEC is different from ECs in which different ways. So all these things are important. Now let's go into the intricacies of this article, and then we will understand these things in a much better manner. Cool. So historical context. Sukumar Sen, India's first chief election commissioner. Again, here these two authors, one who is a Congress leader, influential Congress leader, he's talking about earlier. The situation was different. The first chief election commissioner, he was very much a man of integrity and all those things. Then we had TN Session. So chief, like it was not like always we had doubts about ECI. It's not like I'm saying right now we have doubts. Some of you may have doubts, some of you may not have doubts. So it varies from people to people. But again, the author is saying that earlier there was so much integrity involved, and there is a current crisis, and ECI is to be involved, like blamed for it, because they are creating doubts by their acts. That's what this editorial is talking about. So August, you can see here, ECI to publish names, and the authors of these, like this particular editorial, they are saying that why time and again, Supreme Court has to give verdicts or orders to ECI. Why they are not doing work suo moto? So hope you are understanding this. Suo moto means on their own. Why Supreme Court time and again tells them to do what they have to do? This is not good, and all these things cast further apprehensions on the proper functioning of ECI. So that is what, again, Rahul Gandhi is exposed. Now you people also tell me, Trickstar, Rishi Pandey, and Anandu, Mamta, Sudeshna and others, do you, like, how much do you agree with Rahul Gandhi's assessment and whatever he said? Do you agree with whatever he's saying, or you feel like nah, he just said it for the sake of saying it? What do you feel? Do post it in the comment section. In the meantime, let me keep on doing what I'm doing. So yes. So again, you can see here, ECI, Supreme Court says something, then they do something. The press conference was, again, ECI did the press conference. That is also very unprecedented. And very rarely you have seen ECI, Election Commission of India, doing a press conference and refuting certain claims made by one particular political leader, influential political means political leader. And again, here they are also saying that rather than making matters more clear, they are making matters more confusing. Again, we are not going into all these things. Refusing to share video footage to detect dual voting. I think he said true. Sudeshna also agrees. So you can see here, there are different claims. What Gyanesh Kumar said, and what were the different claims? He said that we cannot share video footage of a woman. There was an allegation that she voted twice. because it will compromise her privacy. Right to privacy. Which particular article deals with right to privacy? Again, if you know it, post it in the comment section. Question why politicians. Now, there is another point that Election Commission is saying that why are you raising voter roll issue after election? The counterpoint given by this editorial is because we know about the fraud patterns only after election. How will you know about the fraud patterns before election? You can know about fraud patterns only after the election happens. So why then only we will share our concern, and you don't address those concerns. You give ambiguous answers, and that is also creating all these issues. And that's what is written here. You can see it. And then again, examples of denial of data. Congress requested electoral rolls. See here, CEO, chief electoral officers, they don't give information until or unless they are pressurized in some way or the other. So Mamta, Rishi, Anandu, Sudeshna, they stated that right to privacy is under Article 21, which has been asked by UPSC earlier. Cool. So you can see here, system, and like there is a certain amount of opaqueness which is evident when it comes to the functioning of ECI, and that's what this editorial is talking about. And then the SIR case, Bihar Special Intensive Revision case, which we have talked about multiple times now, and it has been covered continuously. ECI excluded 65 lakh voters. Supreme Court again directed them to do certain stuff. Again, all these things are casting apprehensions. Why you are doing it just before an election? If you had so much issues, concern about what is happening in Bihar and their electoral role, you could have started this process earlier, bro. Why now? Loss of trust, and that's what these guys are saying. So again, there is one quote which you have to remember when it comes to ECI, Article 324, that election in India, they should not only be fair, they should also be seen as fair. Let's solve some questions, you will understand what more we need to do. And again, I'm starting this whole thing, Hindu analysis after almost a month, right? So yes, this is actually, like, I will also be getting in the groove in subsequent days, but yes, let's keep on doing things. And now let's solve some questions. MCQ 4. Which article of Indian Constitution provides for Election Commission of India? So Sudeshna, Mamta, Adil, Rishi, Anandu, all of you have answered it, right? This is an easy question. This is not a tricky question. 324. Then this question. Now this is a tricky question. So why these questions also? We will understand certain things. Which of the above elections are conducted by Election Commission of India? I love both Mr. Narendra Modi ji and Mr. Rahul Gandhi ji. Very good, Rishi. You are such a GG guy. So yes, sir. Election Commission conducts elections of which of the following post or bodies? And yes, like, share, subscribe, kill it. One thing which I have realized in my life is you have to give time to time. Sometimes, and this is my lesson for you. If you people ever start any like let's say in future you start your means YouTube channel, this and that, always give one continuous year to your channel. If in that period it doesn't work, one full year, go move on to some other stuff. I'm a prime example of what happens when you run your channel for 1 month, then you do something else. This never works. And again, you have to give one full year to anything you do, right? This is true for anything in life. So President of India, Vice President of India, state legislative. Now see, first and second we know. If you have read certain stuff related to Election Commission, and you may have an idea. Just give me a second. That President and Vice President elections are conducted by CEC. But the confusion arises when we talk about State Legislative Council, and that is a problem. So State Legislative Council, yes, their elections are also conducted by Election Commission of India. State Legislative Assembly, State Legislative Council. So first is correct. Just give me a second. Where is my marker? First is correct, second is correct, fourth is correct. Municipal corporation. For municipal corporation, you have something known as State Election Commission. So 73rd, 74th Amendment, this is 74th Amendment. For that, you have something known as State Election Commission, not Election Commission of India. So if you eliminate third, you will get the answer. And what is the answer? The answer is A, 1, 2 and 4. So who has answered it? Anandu, Rishi, Mamta, Amal, Sudeshna, Adil, all of you have answered it. And other people have also tried it. Cool, yeah? Cool. So let's continue. And are you people sure that I have to give you with pointers? Because then maybe some answers will be diverse. Okay, I will give you with pointers. So let's see MCQ 6. And these are the questions which are very important. From mains perspective, the question related to, ECI, how election should not be fair, only be fair. They should also be seen as fair. And then how they are elected, this and that. From pre perspective, polity becomes much more dicey if you don't solve questions. MCs are conducted by State Election Commission. Very good, Mamta. So yes, sir. With reference to CEC, we have discussed this. When we have opened this editorial, the first thing I told you was this only. So Anandu, Adil, Rishi, Amal, Hannah. Oh my God, Hannah is here, and Mamta. So see, CEC has the same removal procedure. We have discussed the procedure of CEC is same, like as Supreme Court judge, but not of other two ECs. Other two ECs, they can be removed by President on the recommendation of CEC. So these two statements, they are correct. CEC is appointed by Prime Minister. No, he is appointed by President. Oh my God, look at my doctor-like handwriting. So first is correct, second is correct, third is wrong. Oh my God. So if third is wrong, you can eliminate. Oh, I got the pointer. Thank you, Ranjit. So where were we? So C and D is gone, and you're left with B is correct, right? B 1 and 2 only. Chief Election Commission. Cool. So now let's move on to next article of the day. Let me see whether this is the next article. So yeah, Manipur violence. Now there are again certain keywords. Manipur violence, we are following it, right? We are following it for a long period of time. So that's fine. The thing which is important here is why this is in news. So there will be a committee which you will be seeing here. Just give me a second. And slowly and gradually I'm picking up how this whole thing works. So here you will see certain stuff like People's Union of Civil Liberty, PUCL. And we have talked about PUCL earlier. If you have watched my earlier Hindu analysis, doesn't matter. So yesterday I read one article that we need to reduce bureaucratic role in decision making at ministry level and should allow technical person professionals so that you can make informed qualities. What do you think about it? So that is the reason why we have something known as lateral entry. Ranjit has asked a question that we should reduce bureaucratic role in decision making. We should involve more technical people. Lateral entry was introduced with that particular motive in mind only, Ranjit. But then there were other people who were like, let's say Ranjit becomes an IAS officer, he will be a part of bureaucracy, and if he does not go to higher posts, and those posts are given to those people with technical knowledge, so many people did not approve of it. So again, the idea is very valid, very genuine, but then the question arises, the people with technical knowledge who are going into the bureaucratic role per se, are they going because they are aligning with one political ideology, or there are some other reasons involved? So there are different questions which we have to answer there. So again, I agree with you. Your intention is very valid, Ranjit, of asking this question. But then there are other things which are also involved here. So Manipur violence, there is a report which has been submitted where they are saying that Manipur violence was pre-planned. It was not spontaneous. There were multiple forces which were involved here, which led to this whole Cookie-Mitti conflict. And who has submitted this report? Independent People Tribunal. As you can see here, they released the report in Delhi. And this tribunal was, no, this is not a report given by any government agencies. Now, this is a report which has constituted by PUCL. Now, PUCL is a body, People's Union of Civil Liberty. It's a body which was created by Jayaprakash Narayan, JP, during emergency. and to prevent government from taking away our human rights and all those rights, whatever you want to call it, to prevent the abuse, the so-called excess. Okay, hope you are understanding where we're going with this. So PUCL, which was constituted by Jayaprakash Narayan, and the people who are involved here, as you can see here, ex-High Court judges, retired IS IPS officers, they have released this report, and they are saying that everything was pre-planned. Some bigger motive was involved. Maybe vote bank politics, maybe some other things was involved. It was not spontaneous. Apart from historical causes. So there are two groups here. Miti, who live in the valley areas, 50%, or oh my god, just give me a second, Mithi people. So more than 50% people live in the valley areas. Kuki people, they live in the hill area. And something happened. Some SC, ST things, ST, who will be STs and not. Then there are certain things. Kuki Jo people who are living in hill areas, their land cannot be given to Mithi people. And we have, even if you read history, you know about Santhal Pargana Tenancy Act, Santhal Hul, and then Santhal Pargana Tenancy Act prevented tribal land from being transferred to non-tribal people. Similar thing was going on in this particular Manipur area. Kukijo living in hill area, they had this ST category. Now Miti people, they have been given ST status. So now Kukijo, they feel like their land, the hill areas, can be captured by Miti people who are anyway in majority, more than 50% population. So according to this particular tribunal, everything was pre-planned. There were plannings which were happening to ignite the emotions of Kukijo and Miti people in different areas. 60,000 people you can see here. Manipur High Court's March 27 directive recommending ST status for Mithis acted as major trigger. That created doubt among the Kuki people that their land in the hilly areas could be taken away by Mithis, who are also STs now. So this is the issue which you have to understand. Tribal people including Kukis, Zos and Nagas saw this as a threat to their constitutional protection, as we have just discussed, and the protests were organized. They kept on happening while most remained peaceful. Violence broke out. So do you think, what is your view on this? Ranjit, Rishi, Mamta, Hannah, Amal, Adil, Anandu, and others. Do you think it was pre-planned? Or do you think no, sir? We are reading too much into it. These Supreme Court judges and all the ex-judges or High Court judges, they are just reading too much into it, because this IPT, you can see the people who are involved: ex-High Court judges, IPS officers, retired advocates. So big people, they have constituted, or they are part of this tribunal, who are saying all these stuff. So what is your view on this? If you have any views, you can post it in the comment section. Cool. Thank you, Ranjit. Yaar. You've made my work so much easier. Okay. So now let's solve MCQ 7. Chepandi is fast. For people who don't know what is Chepandi means, tell me fast. Oh my god. So Hannah is saying 7-3. 7C. So Independence People Tribunal, who has said that Manipur violence was pre-planned, it was not spontaneous. So Hannah, Mamta, Amal, Rishi. So they are constituted by union government. They are not constituted by union government. Oh my god, this is wrong. Their findings are legally binding. Anandu, yaar, where is Anandu? Anandu, are you sure? Should I send the pointer one? Because then, if you are solving MCQs, you already know the answer. Their findings are legally binding. They're not legally binding, bro. They are just, you can think of them as NGOs. They're just giving certain views, reports, but since it involves a lot of influential people from different backgrounds, so that's why this becomes important. Their report becomes important. What is your view on this? And you people did not answer me this. Do you think it was pre-planned, or do you think it happened on its own? And they are usually organized by civil society groups and carry moral authority, and that is correct. So third is correct. Oh, just give me a second. That is correct. So the answer is C, as stated by Hannah, Mamta, Amal, Rishi, Anandu, and Adil. Very good. MCQ 8. Consider the following statement about PUCL. pre-planned. Okay. So Sudeshna saying pre-planned, Mamta saying pre-planned, Rishi saying pre-planned. Awesome. Very good, Sudeshna. Okay. So PUCL founded by Jayaprakash Narayan during emergency period. That is correct. Worked as independent human rights organization separate from political parties. That is also correct. Filed public. Now this thing we have not read. I did not tell you, right? So you can make mistake here in the third part, whether where were we? So it has filed PIL or not. Understand it. Common sense. Sometimes you will have to deduce stuff. Even in pre, you will have to do this. That there will be two statements which will be known to you. Then third will come out of the blue. So if this is an independent human rights organization, then they would have filed. It's a very high probability they would have filed PIL to protect civil liberty because that is their major work. So even if you do educated guess here, you will get the answer. The answer is all of them are correct. D 1, 2, and 3. Jayaprakash Narayan. Not emergency period. No, it was during emergency period only, Rishi. MCQ 9. With reference to ethnic conflict in Manipur. Okay. Yeah, please state, Rishi. MCQ 9. With reference to ethnic conflict in Manipur, consider the following statement. Immediate trigger was a High Court directive recommending SC status. Oppose this. Where were we? Where were we? So Hannah, just give me a second. Hannah, Sudeshna, Rishi, Mamta, Anandu, Adil, all of you have answered it. So immediate trigger was a High Court directive recommending SC status. So Meeti is correct. Kuki, Jew and Naga tribes opposed this, citing threat to their constitutional protection. Correct. Conflict was found to be spontaneous. Not correct. They are saying that it was pre-planned. It was not spontaneous. Everything was planned according to Independent People's Tribunal, which consists of influential people, former High Court judges, ISIPS officers. So they are big people, and they're not only big people. Anybody can be big these days in the age of social media influencers, but they are very well-read people. So third is wrong. If third is wrong, you can eliminate B, you can eliminate C, you can eliminate D, and you are left with A, 1 and 2 only. So you people are so good here. So Hannah, Sudeshna, Rishi, Mamta, Anandu, Adil, Amal, all of you have given the correct answer. Very good. Oh my God. Now, page number 4, there is an Maharashtra Minister Nitesh Rane, sir. Nitesh Rane. He has said that we should celebrate Varaha Jayanti on August 25. So Varaha, avatar of Vishnu, art and culture. No issues, Mamta. So this is art and culture part. And why this is important? Because see, Varaha, boar avatar of Vishnu. So there are different caves. Like there are different entities. One is Udayagiri caves or Udayagiri temples. Then there is Udayagiri Khandagiri. Please understand this. UPSC has already asked questions on them. So this minister, he has said certain stuff. That's totally fine. But the thing which is important from exam perspective is Varaha avatar of Vishnu. That is there in Udayagiri caves. Where is Udayagiri caves? This particular Vidisha. Which state it is? If you know it, post it in the comment section. Then Udayagiri and Khandagiri, that is in Odisha, associated with Kharavela. Kharavela, who was a ruler of Mahamegha Vahana dynasty. Kharavela. And this is associated with Jainism. This Udayagiri Khandagiri. So Udayagiri is not equal to Udayagiri Khandagiri. This you have to keep in mind. Rest everything is fine. Varaha, Udayagiri Khandagiri near my place. Very good, Nayak. So These are the things which we have to keep in mind, and that's why this article becomes important. August 25, why they want to celebrate it on August 25, and the dates vary. That's totally fine, but Varaha is in news, so UPSC can ask you questions related to that. Minister is writing a letter to Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis. All these things are fine. This is just an excuse for us to read about, Udayagiri and Udayagiri Khandagiri. He's also asking about inclusion of, Varaha Jayanti in textbooks. Varaha, wild boar, third incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Even if you forget these things, that's totally fine. I will show you a thing which you cannot forget. This thing. Udayagiri, Vidisha, Madhya Pradesh, where you have Varaha Avatar, MP, Gupta era, 4th, 5th century. And Udayagiri Khandagiri, which is beyond, like before this whole thing, Udayagiri caves. And that is during the post-Mauryan period, Kharavela Mahameghavana dynasty, which is also known as Chedi dynasty. And this Chedi dynasty was also one of the 16 Mahajanpad according to Angutar Nikaya. So all these things are fine, like the things which you have to keep in mind, not associated with this. So Udayagiri, again, you can have a look at this. And Varaha patronage built during Chandragupta II's reign and primarily Hindu. And this is not the case with Udayagiri Khandagiri, that is primarily Jainism, because Kharavela, he himself gave patronage to Jainism just like Chandragupta Maurya. So these are things which we have to keep in mind. Hathi Gumfa inscription, Kharavela. There are different inscriptions which are important from exam perspective. Hathi Gumfa inscription, then you have Girnar or Junagadh inscription, then you have Ashokan or Allahabad pillar inscription, Prayag Prashasti, then you have what? There are other inscription also, right? Ahiol inscription of Pulakesin too. So all these things are important. And via this article, you have to do all these revision. You have to connect the dots. Cool. Let's solve some questions now. MCQ 10 of the day. The famous Varaha panel depicting Vishnu rescuing, oh my god, rescuing the earth is looking. So Hannah, Rishi, Mamta, Anandu, all of you have given the answer. I don't know the answer. This is a homework for you people, this particular question, along with this question, MCQ 11. So Hathi Gumfa inscription. Rishi, Shudeshna, Anandu, all of you have answered it. Hathi Gumfa inscription associated with which ruler? Cool. So the other people who is watching me now or who will be watching me later on, you can answer the question or answers of these two MCQs 10 and 11 in the comment section. And I will be discussing the answer tomorrow. If you like this video, share and subscribe it. That is important because I want to keep on doing this. I don't want to get involved with any other organization. I want to establish my own thing because it gives you a lot of freedom. And it, like, again, I have worked at awesome institutions. There is nothing against them, but it's just like your thing is your own thing, right? So like, share, subscribe, and I will share this particular means PDF within 15-20 minutes by 9:30 a.m. in this Telegram channel, Fun Study with Shubh. You can join this Telegram channel and be a part of my family. And you can post your score also, like how much you scored out of the total questions which we have done in the comment section. Also, if I added something to your knowledge, support me, incentivize me, donate whatever you want to donate. And my number is 9650303257. You can donate whatever you want to donate because that will keep me going. I will not be dependent on anyone, and that is actually very important. Cool, sir. And you can also be a part of my personalized UPSC mentorship program. You can send me a WhatsApp message on the same number, 9650303257. Cool, sir. So that's it from me. Thank you, people. I think, yeah, that was it. So own thing is own thing. Exactly, Mamta. Lots of love to you also, Rishi. So if you have any doubts, keep it with you. We can always discuss it at the end of every session. And score, Sudeshna score is 9. Awesome, Sudeshna. Cool. So I will see you people tomorrow at 8 a.m. Every day we'll meet at 8 a.m. rather. So take care. Be blessed. Tata. Bye bye. I'm going now. And I have to also learn how to do that. Oh my god. Just give me a second.